Hello everyone, welcome to PHTV Channel 4 in Palos Heights. I'm Sue Jankowski and we are at the library. And today, as always, we have our good friends Janine, Head of Public Services, and Tina, Head of Youth and Teen Services. And they're going to tell us all about what is going on at the library. And, you know, after, they said last month that August was a little slow and then they came with gobs of stuff, for you to do. So September is always kind of the kickoff. I always think of September as the beginning of the year. I guess that comes from teaching for 30 years. That's my beginning of the year. Yeah. So it's kind of your beginning of the year too, because it's this is kind of a new beginning for everybody.
It's kind of like the beginning of the end of the year for us.
It's the beginning of the end. Oh, yeah. Okay.
That sounds so doomish. It's a good thing though.
It's a very good thing.
What were you going to say, Tina?
Oh, no, I'm with Sue. It feels like the fresh new year, start of school and everything.
School starting.
With his kids.
With stuff like that. So, as always, they got a million things going on that you can enjoy at the library, and Janine's going to tell us about what can the public do there. So many things. I'm very excited about this.
September, like we said, August is a bit quiet. People are on vacations, and now everybody's back in the swing of things. Like you said, school starting. People are getting back to their normal lives, so to speak. So we've got lots of things planned. Starting right off the bat, on Thursday, September 5th, we have Exploring America's National Parks and Monuments. You can learn about the America's National Park System that contains nearly 400 beautiful sites, including parks, mountains, seashores, and lake shores. That's coming up Thursday, September 5th at 6:30. So if you're still planning one more trip for the year, or maybe for next year even, you can learn a lot from this. I just came back from a trip out west, and the national parks are just so incredible. The lodges that they have there for people to stay in. We were at Mount Rainier. That's one of the pictures on the slides at the bottom corner. It's just packed with people, but it's such a huge place, and it's like that was the fourth national park in our country, and it was the first planned one. Planned for special viewing sites for people. So there's so many, and it's actually an active volcano still.
Oh.
Yeah. So you learn so much. There's so much beauty and information out there, and resources for people. So come and check that one out on September 5th.
Well, and the good thing about going to this, you can kind of think what national parks would be like more meaningful to me. They're all pretty darn great. But there are some that you can, even when you're out west, you can get to a number of them on your one trip, because some are kind of close together, and you can do that. But we have a phenomenal country, gorgeous, beautiful, and the national park. What a great thing that we have preserved this areas for people.
And they could be seashores, lake fronts, or out in the Everglades, or that kind of thing. So all different types of topography and climates, and all kinds of good things.
So you can learn about that, planning a trip.
Yeah.
Well, we were just talking about the travel show. So, in traveling, you can just travel around the country, too. You don't have to go far away. It's like being far away when you go to some of these great places.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You feel like, out west, there was a rainforest out in Olympic Park, then there's the mountains, and then there's the maritime, scenario. So you can get all kinds of influences, not far from each other. You know?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Great.
And then coming up, for all of you Downton Abbey fans, the Downton Abbey movie, the long-awaited movie, is coming up on September 20th, but we're going to have costumes of Downton Abbey coming up on Sunday, September 8th at 2 o'clock. We have art historian Jeff Mischer will be here. He's going to discuss the costumes used in the popular PBS series, and just in time for the movie.
And those costumes, I was just looking at, I was on Channel 11, and Downton Abbey happened to come up some episode.
They're running all kinds of episodes
now. It's like, oh my gosh, the costumes, the detail on the costumes is just phenomenal. It was so fascinating to hear more about it.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting, And then our computer classes, Internet Basics, this is one that's in high demand, coming Monday, September 9th at 6:30. You're going to learn basic internet terminology, how to navigate, locate a website, and that kind of thing. So it's in our computer lab, so you do need to register because its seating is limited. And coming up Tuesday, September 10th at 6:30, we have Unlocking the Myth of Weight Loss. And we have family medicine physician Lavella Duro Kanu, she's from the Advocate Christ Medical Center. She will discuss the factors and solutions to the questions of what is obesity, when your weight should begin to worry you, and what you can do to control your weight.
A question people ask all the time.
Every day.
What can I do?
Especially when they're looking at that cupcake in the window.
Yeah, what can I do? I guess I shouldn't eat that, huh?
I don't know, yeah. We'll find out,
We'll
right?
find out. Go there.
Go on, yeah. And then coming back, our semi-annual Palos collaboration with the Palos Fine Arts, the foreign film series is back on Thursday, September 12th at 6:30. The Palos Fine Arts will bring the Foreign Film Festival back to the Palos Heights with a showing of the Argentinian film The Last Suit. It's an award-winning film about an old Jewish tailor who runs away from Buenos Aires to Poland to fulfill a promise to find a friend who saved him from certain death after World War II. And then Steve Frenzel from Marquee Movie Presentations will be on hand to discuss afterwards. So,
and it's in another language.
It's a foreign film. It's in the, yes.
Okay. And then there's subtitles.
Subtitles, yes.
And for those who haven't watched a movie with subtitles, you get used to it really quick.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing to
People come
attend.
to watch this because it is a foreign film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. And what a great story, too. And some great actors. So join us for that. Sunday at the Cinema starts again in September because we're open on Sundays again after Labor Day.
Okay.
So on September 15th, Sunday at 2 o'clock, we'll be showing the big winner at the Academy Awards this year, Green Book. It was the best film, nominated Best Supporting Actor as well, and Best Original Screenplay. It's a 3-time winner, nominated for several more. Directed by Peter Farrelly, starring, of course, Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. And it's about a working-class Italian-American who becomes a driver for an African-American classical pianist and on his tour through the 1960s American South.
And true story.
Based on a true story,
Based on a true
absolutely.
story.
Yeah.
So that makes it really fascinating.
So join us for that one. And then we have award-winning Chicago journalist Ray Hanania will be here to talk about his book, Arabs of Chicagoland. Many of us know Ray. He does. He's a local newspaper columnist in our paper here in town, and has been an award-winning journalist for many years. His book, Arabs of Chicagoland, he uses his trademark sense of humor to discuss the history of Arab American heritage in Chicagoland. And his writings on growing up Arab in America have opened up an important door for greater understanding of many other issues as well.
His articles are great to read.
They are,
really
and he's coming Tuesday, September 17th at 6:30. So join us for that. He's a very entertaining person as well. Trivia Night is back on September 18th, Wednesday at 6:30. So join us at Giuliani's for 2 hours of trivia and prizes. Be sure to call the number on the screen because this program does fill up pretty quickly, and we have lots of fun with that.
About how many people are at something like that?
We've had up to 60 people in Giuliani's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
People love their trivia.
They do. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have fun. They get to order lots of good food and they just have time to socialize, and it's fun. We really have a lot of fun.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. And then our book and film is back on Thursday, September 19th, and we'll be showing the film Suite Francais. This is a film based off the book by the same title by Irene Nemirovsky. It's kind of an interesting story behind this book. Irene began this novel in 1940 while she was living in a small village in France where she's Jewish with her family, where her husband and 2 children, and they fled in vain from the Nazis. When she was arrested, she had completed the 2 parts of this novel, and she had put them in a suitcase, the manuscripts in a suitcase, and when she was arrested and was sent to Auschwitz, and she died 2 years later at the age of 39. Then her daughters, who survived her, 64 years later, found the suitcase in an attic.
Wow.
And published this book, Suite Francais, which they made into this movie. And it's an incredible story behind the story. And it's a World War II story talking about life in a small village when the Germans occupy France.
Now,
So
did they have to complete the book, or
they were completed manuscripts? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they were just hidden in the suitcase, for 64 years.
Wow.
So, and the movie stars Michelle Williams, Kristen Scott Thomas, and Matthias Schoenaerts. So it's a great cast as well.
It really is. I haven't heard of it. So
Yeah.
it must have come out.
Came out
just
a few years
kind of
ago.
a smaller.
No, it was probably longer now ago. Probably, I'm going to say 2010 maybe, around that time period. And yeah, but it's the book is great. The story is kind of chilling because she's writing about what was going on when she was alive. You know, it's very much based on her life. So, so that's and of course we have the books for if you don't have the book, we'll have it at the front desk, and then some people just come for the movie. Some people come and we have a small discussion afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The painting party on Thursday, September 19th. This will now be open to Palos Heights residents, so everybody can sign up for that ahead of time. Then our Gmail basics, learning about your Gmail, how to create and send emails, attach files, contacts, use tabs and labels. This is coming up on Monday, September 23rd at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, please register for this one. This is in our lab, and we only have so much room available.
Okay.
Then we have on Thursday, September 26th, we have author William Hazelgrove, who's written a book titled Madame President. And he'll be here to talk about his book and the research he found about it. And it was a story I'd not heard of before. It was after President Woodrow Wilson suffered a paralyzing stroke in 1919. His wife, First Lady Edith Wilson, began to handle the day-to-day responsibilities of the executive office. And his book tells the true story of the woman who became an acting president in 1919.
And no one objected to that?
No, not at all.
I mean, and what was the vice president doing?
Good question.
Yeah.
So come on September 26th and find out.
Yeah,
right.
That would be really interesting.
Yeah. And then Sunday, September 29th at 2 p.m., we'll have more about olive oil. We're going to have Josie Rivas will be back to talk more about olive oil. She was here a while ago, and she's going to talk more about how to actually use it in your cooking, whether you're grilling on the stove or whatever. So some exciting things for you. So that's pretty much our September.
That sounds really great, and some nice things to get started on. So most of these things you don't have to register for, but for some it's a good idea.
You know what? Just to be on the safe side, we always suggest it's always a good idea to register for a program. Yeah, the ones that we have are limited on space, like our computer classes or special big programs. Definitely, you have to register.
Just go ahead and do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or at least write it in your calendar.
You could call us. You can go online and register at phlibrary.org.
Stop by.
Stop by. Absolutely.
Anytime. We'd
love to do it. Love to see you.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you, Janine.
You're welcome.
Tina, we've got the kiddos coming up here, and what's happening there?
So, like we were talking about earlier, with feeling like a brand new year, going back to school, that means story times are also back in session. So we're just going to jump right into the swing of things. On Tuesdays, starting September 3rd through the 24th, we have Tales for Twos. That's for children ages 24 to 35 months. There's going to be lots of songs, lots of rhymes, lots of finger plays for this age group, and you only need to register once for this 4-week session.
Oh, great.
On Tuesday, September 3rd, we have Landmark Legos. So at this program, we are going to try and create famous landmarks out of Legos. And this is for children ages grades kindergarten, 3rd grade, and it's at 4 o'clock.
That is fun. So is there like a blueprint kind of thing that they can follow to make the landmarks?
We're going to have some type of instructions, but a lot of it is, of course, they're going to be able to use their own creativity too.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
On Wednesdays, beginning September 4th through the 25th, we have Little Wigglers from 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. This is for children ages infants to 23 months old, and it's a 30-minute story time. There's lots of finger plays, lots of flannel boards. Really, it's a good time for the parent and their child to interact together. And at the end of the story time, we also offer a playtime.
That's nice. Then they can play together too.
They can play, and the parents can socialize with each other as well.
Very good.
Yeah. On Thursdays, beginning September 5th, we have Kindergarten Ready for children ages 3 to 5 years old. This one is geared more toward kids that are able to sit in a room by themselves and sit for like maybe 2 or 3 stories, and also have a few songs and numbers and ABCs and all of that is rolled
And the
in there.
moms or dads or whoever brings them, the adult, is
Yes.
outside the room.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's great because that gives them a chance to get ready to do the listening skills and listen to their teacher.
And
so forth.
start to get ready to have that time away from mom and dad
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. Perfect.
On Thursday, September 5th, we have Play-Doh Creations. It's great sensory activity. Kids are able to play with all kinds of Play-Doh, and we also have different Play-Doh cutters and tools that the kids can interact with them as well.
And boy, do they love Play-Doh so much. I mean,
I love
just bring
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh. Yeah, I know, it's so fun. And then they have all these great gizmos and gadgets and things to squeeze and roll and press and
Lots
fun.
of good sensory things. On Friday, September 6th, we are celebrating Grandparents' Day with a party. There's going to be songs, crafts, stories, snacks, and really just togetherness with children and their grandparents.
And that is at 10 in the morning, so you put down it is for the littler ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
That'll
it's
be
been
fun.
Friday, September 6th.
Good.
On Monday, September 9th, we have toddler art. We're offering 2 times, one at 10 a.m. and one at 1 p.m. for children ages 2 to 5. They're going to come and get messy and create a work of art. On Tuesday, September 10th at 4 o'clock, we have Painting Pros for children grades kindergarten through 3rd grade. They're going to learn different art techniques like pointillism, abstract art, and also still life. So,
Wow.
yeah, they're going to experiment and try their best.
And that is really fun. I mean, just think how fun pointillism is. You know, they have those big markers now that they're like huge dots.
Daubers,
Right.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
also, I've done it too, where you can take a Q-tip, and this is, of course, for kids, and the kids, they just make their creation with a Q-tip, and then they just use that everywhere too.
I mean, it turns out really great and fun, and you can even do this at home.
Yeah.
But if I were you, I'd get over to the library and let them and myself.
Yeah, we'll handle it. On Tuesday, September 11th, we have Furry Readers at 4 o'clock. This program is for all ages. We do ask that you do register for the program so that everyone can have time with a dog. And they're just going to read a book, ruffle some fur, and get to
I mean,
spend
this
time.
is now like once a month you have this, which is
me
wonderful
too.
because the kids love it so much.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
And the dogs, I think, would love it too.
It's something that the owners say that they look forward to
Yeah.
when they come to the library too. So,
yeah, they get to go
yeah.
there and kids are going to pet them.
Get lots of attention.
Right.
So.
Super.
Also in September, we are starting graphic novel book clubs. So we have a tween graphic novel club on Thursday, September 12th at 4 o'clock for children grades 4 through 5th grade. This first book that they're going to read for this book club, it's called Just Jamie. It's by Terry Libenson, and it's a perfect book, totally relatable for tweens. It's about this girl named Jamie. She has grown up with best friends. She's been friends with them forever, as long as she can remember. She's in 6th grade now, and she finds that these girls that she's grown up with, they no longer want to be her friend because they feel that she's a little bit too childish.
Oh.
So this is something that a lot of tweens, they
It does
do
happen.
deal with.
You know, everybody
yeah.
matures at a different level, and maybe you're not quite in the same spot that they are. And
Yeah.
that sounds like a really good one.
Yeah, no, it's a great book. So definitely come and sign up for the book club.
Okay.
On Saturday, September 14th, we have Lego Builders. Everyone is welcome to come to the library and make their own Lego creation, and then we'll also have it on display for a month.
Very good. Good. Did you get a lot of people taking home their Lego creations when
We
they did?
yeah.
Yeah. So they were like, "Yes, I'm taking this home finally. I love this."
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get to take what I made, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Also, in honor of Library Card Sign-Up Month, we are having library orientation on Monday, September 6th at 4 o'clock for children grades kindergarten through 3rd grade. So at this program, they're going to participate in a scavenger hunt to learn basic library skills and also help prepare them a bit more for school for when they do have those special reports or projects and things that they're going to be working on.
That's really great.
On Tuesday, September 17th at 4 o'clock, we have Little Gamers for children grades kindergarten through 3rd grade. We're going to have board games. We're going to have the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox out, so children will be able to just go to town and let all their energy out at the library.
And you know, I mean, I know everybody likes the video games or whatever, but I have always found that kids really love board games. You know, they're like, this is cool. In fact, I just taught to my group how to play the game Sorry, and oh my, that's a tough one, because you know you're being knocked off all the time, and you know, it's good for them to learn. Yeah, you can't always win.
Yeah,
although I do let them win a lot.
And I played a game recently with my niece and nephew, and we were playing with dice, and they were just like, "Oh, Auntie Tina, what's this?" I'm like, "You roll it, you count how many dots are on the cube, and that's how much you move."
Yeah.
So it's great learning all around for them too.
Yeah, taking turns, looking at this, going around a board, counting the spaces. I mean, there's a million things with a board game that make it really fun.
Yeah.
Old school.
So I mentioned earlier that we are going to have a tween graphic novel book club, but we are also going to have a teen graphic novel club on Tuesday, September 17th at 6 p.m. for children grades 6th through 12th grade. This month they are going to be reading New Kid by Jerry Craft. He's an American cartoonist, and this book is about a boy. He is starting at a new school, and diversity is low, and he's finding that he's really struggling to fit in. So this is also another just great book. And they're new too. They recently came out. So if you haven't had a chance to read it, please come to the book club. We're also going to have snacks and a great discussion. And you will get to keep the book.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
Build your novel library at home.
Yeah. We have another program to celebrate Library Card Sign-Up Month. We have Junior Librarians on Wednesday, September 18th and 25th at 4 o'clock for children grades 3rd through 5th grade. So, ever want to know what it's like to be a librarian? Come to this 2-week session and learn. You get to create displays and bulletin boards and create book lists and all things that we do, me and my department do at the library. So they're going to get to see what we do behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah, that would really be fun.
Yeah.
And that age group would love it. Grades 3 to 5, oh, that's so fun. Yeah. I might come and get my stapler out. And
yeah. On Thursday, September 19th at 4 o'clock, we have Pirate Treasure Hunt. So this is for children grades kindergarten through 3rd grade, and X marks the spot. They're going to be looking for treasure hidden in the youth and teen department at the library.
Is it National Speak Like a Pirate Day?
It is.
Yes, it is.
So they
love that
might
day.
need to do that too. Talk like a pirate and hunt for the treasure.
I agree.
yeah, and they really get into that too, the kids.
On Saturday, September 21st at 10 a.m., we have an all-ages program. This is for Robin's Dog Stars. Robin, she has been working with dogs, and she's been a trainer since 1990, and she is going to bring some of her dogs to the library. They're going to be doing some tricks. In the picture in the corner over there, you see a dog jumping through a bunch of hula hoops.
Oh, yeah.
And there's one thing that I've learned about this community is they love dogs, love them. So
It's true.
definitely come and check out these dogs.
Yeah, we got 2 different dog events going on at the library. That's cool. Good.
On Tuesday, September 24th at 4 o'clock, we have Bodies and Brains for children grades kindergarten through 3rd grade. In this program, they're going to learn how our own human bodies work, and they're going to construct their own brains and find out what exactly is in our blood.
Okay, that will be fun.
On Wednesday, September 25th at 4 o'clock, we have pendulum painting for children grades 6th through 12th grade. They're going to create spirograph-like designs by using paint on a swinging pendulum.
I like that. That is really fun. You can really have some good fun with that.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay, again, get them to the library. You don't want spiral paint flying around your house, but they don't mind.
No, and I used to have a spirograph when I was younger,
those,
so I am extra looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool.
On Tuesday, September 26th, we have ice cream cone decorating at 4 o'clock for children grades 4th through 8th grade. The kids are going to come in. They're going to be decorating their own ice cream cone with chocolate and sprinkles and things, and then, of course, put some ice cream in it and enjoy their treat.
Oh, no one's going to like that.
No.
That
So
sounds
please
like
register
fun.
for that
Oh,
as well.
yeah, and it's grades 4 to 8, so, you know,
Yeah.
they can really do some really creative things with,
Oh, yeah.
with the cone.
And I wanted to mention also really quick, we have our first ever Fan Con at the Palos Heights Public Library on Saturday, September 28th from 10 to 5 p.m. We are going to be having exhibitors, vendors, there's going to be panelists talking about celebrating all kinds of different fandom, not just Star Wars things, but also like superhero things. So Doctor Who, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones. So definitely please come and check out this program. It is free, open to the public, and we are also going to be having an after-hours trivia for this FanCon event as well.
Now, this would be for all ages if you're talking about Game of Thrones and that type of thing, because it's not children.
all ages.
All ages.
Yeah, it's going to be spread throughout the whole
So
library
it's
as well.
library-wide, both
Yes.
floors, yeah.
Okay, so they have to register for that because it would be a lot of people, right? Or they just come? It's, you know.
No, they just come.
Just come. Okay. Okay.
It's
so-
going to be going on all day, 10
All
to
day.
5.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like I mentioned earlier, an after-hours event for adults as well.
Oh,
These
yeah.
things have become so popular lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice that we're bringing it to the library here, because we do have a lot of people in the community who like that kind of thing. You know, they get to together enjoy something and connect on something that they like.
Yeah, that's something that's really interesting to them. Yeah, that
They
sounds
come in
great.
costume
Yes,
or not.
Costumes are welcome. You
Yeah.
don't need to dress up. We're also going to have a face painter as well for the
yeah.
kids.
So you know, bring your group of people. I mean, usually people who like a certain genre of things, you know, have other friends that like it too.
Right.
So you could all come as a group together. And
Yeah,
Absolutely.
or you
be in
meet
your
new people
costume.
there as well.
Meet new people, yeah.
Make new friends.
Yeah.
And people who have your own interest in mind. Yeah.
Right. Sounds like fun. Sounds like a lot's going on, of course. So head on over to the library and take advantage of some of these things. And I always, on one side, I always think September kind of slows things down because we're getting out of the crazy summer. But then that's not right. Of course, everything's ramped up because, you know, fall is starting, and I guess life is always pretty busy is basically it. So
True
you know,
that, yes.
take a minute to yourself and get over to the library and enjoy some of these great programs and activities that you can do right at your own library for free, basically. So we'll see you next time at the library. Thanks, Janine. Thanks,
Thank you.
Tina,
Yeah,
for bringing
thanks.
us this great information, and I hope to see you there. See you next month. Bye-bye.